Welcome to another exciting episode of Howard's Opinion. I'm your host, Howard, and we're glad you're tuning in today. We've got a fantastic show lined up for you, packed with the latest and greatest from the world of sports. Let's dive right into our first story, which is generating a lot of buzz in the college football scene. The big news is that North Carolina is hosting TCU in the final game of the Week 1 college football schedule on Monday, and this one's got all the makings of a thrilling matchup. But what's really got everyone talking is the fact that this will be the debut of none other than coaching legend Bill Belichick at the helm of the Tar Heels. That's right, folks. Belichick has been preparing for this moment since December, and he's been quietly building his team and strategizing for this very game. And with a talented transfer quarterback in Gio Lopez leading the charge, North Carolina is looking to make a statement against the favored TCU squad. Now, our friends at SportsLine have been crunching the numbers, and their model is projecting some interesting outcomes for this game. According to their simulations, North Carolina has a good chance of covering the spread, with the Tar Heels projected to cover in over 60% of simulations. They're also predicting a high-scoring affair, with the over hitting in more than 70% of simulations. But what really caught my eye was the model's prediction that North Carolina will surpass its team total of 27.5 points. With Belichick at the helm and a dual-threat quarterback leading the offense, it's possible that the Tar Heels could be looking to push the pace and put up some big numbers. We'll be keeping a close eye on this game, folks, and we can't wait to see how it all plays out. Will Belichick's debut be a success, or will TCU prove to be too much for the Tar Heels? Tune in Monday to find out. And that's just the beginning of our show today. We've got plenty more sports news and analysis coming your way, from the NFL to the NBA and beyond. So sit back, relax, and get ready for some lively discussion and debate. We'll be right back with more fascinating sports news on Howard's Opinion. Speaking to you from the world of sports, where the drama of athletic competition is always unfolding, I welcome you back to Howard's Opinion. This is Howard Closewell speaking, and we're diving into the latest developments that are making headlines in the realm of professional sports. Today, we're focusing on a story that underscores the complexities and challenges faced by athletes and teams alike. The paid leaves of Guardians pitchers Clase and Ortiz have been extended as Major League Baseball continues its investigation into gambling activities. This situation serves as a stark reminder of the intricate web of rules, regulations, and ethical considerations that surround professional sports. In my humble opinion, the intersection of sports and gambling is a multifaceted issue that requires careful examination and nuanced discussion. On one hand, the thrill of competition and the uncertainty of outcomes are integral to the appeal of sports. On the other hand, the influence of external factors such as gambling can potentially compromise the integrity of the game. As we delve into this topic, it's essential to consider the historical context and the precedents that have been set in similar cases. The sports industry has long grappled with issues related to betting, corruption, and fair play. From the Black Sox scandal of 1909 to contemporary instances of match fixing and doping, the struggle to maintain the integrity of sports is an ongoing one. Ladies and gentlemen, the drama of athletic competition is not merely about wins and losses. It's also about the values and principles that underpin the games we love. As we navigate the complexities of sports and society, it's crucial to prioritize transparency, accountability, and fairness. Tell it like it is. The world of sports is a reflection of our broader societal values and norms. The way we approach issues like gambling, corruption, and athlete welfare speaks volumes about our collective priorities and character. As we continue to follow this story and its developments, I encourage you to think critically about the implications of sports betting on the games, the athletes, and the fans. It's a conversation that warrants thoughtful consideration and nuanced analysis. In the world of sports, where the stakes are high and the passions run deep, it's essential to maintain a commitment to journalistic integrity, intellectual honesty, and respect for the athletes and the games they play. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Howard's Opinion. speaking in a deep, resonant voice. Welcome back to the closing segment of Howard's Opinion, where we dive into the world of sports with an analytical eye and a critical mind. I'm your host, Howard, and today we're discussing a rather intriguing development in Major League Baseball. The Philadelphia Phillies have signed veteran right-hander Walker Buehler to bolster their pitching staff for a long playoff run. Pause for emphasis. Now, this move comes on the heels of the Phillies losing ace Zach Wheeler to thoracic outlet syndrome, which has left a significant gap in their rotation. And who better to fill that gap than a two-time National League All-Star and World Series champion like Walker Buehler? The 31-year-old right-hander boasts an impressive postseason resume with a stunning 3.4 career ERA in the playoffs. In a more measured tone, however, it's worth noting that Buehler's recent performance has been somewhat lackluster. He went 7-7 with a 5.45 ERA in 23 games for the Boston Red Sox this season, which ultimately led to his release. But the Phillies are banking on his playoff expertise and hoping that he can recapture some of that old magic, with a hint of skepticism. Now, I know what you're thinking, Howard. Isn't this just a desperation move by the Phillies? And to that I say, maybe. But it's also possible that Buehler just needs a change of scenery and a chance to reboot. After all, he did sign a one-year $21.05 million deal with the Red Sox last offseason, which suggests that he still has some value in this league. In a more philosophical tone, you see, folks, baseball is a game of second chances. And sometimes it takes a fresh start for a player to rediscover their form. So while this move may not be a guaranteed success, I think it's an intriguing one that could pay off for the Phillies in the long run. Concluding with a flourish. And there you have it, folks, my take on the Walker Buehler signing. It's a move that's full of possibilities and uncertainties, but one thing is certain. It'll be fascinating to watch how this plays out. That's all for today's Howard's Opinion. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, these are some of my humble thoughts.